start.
Okay, so last May when Jupiter went into Gemini, I said it rules communication and it rules the media, and that scandals and facts were going to be revealed. And now you can see the effect of it because we've had the Jupiter cycle, then we had the retrograde, now we have it moving forward, and all these facts and all these scandals and everything is being revealed. You can't hide the facts anymore.
And you think that's all part of everything that's happening? Everything that she's predicted so far has been pretty accurate as far as things changing.
It's true, and you got to take the good with the bad, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think it's good. People are hungry for information. They want to know what's going on, and I think everybody's pretty happy at the reveal.
All right, so we got to just follow the
I heard,
sign.
maybe I'm wrong, I heard that the JFK paperwork that's going to be revealed is now being altered a little bit. Something is, it's not just going to be shot out and here's the truth.
They're going to, like, what, didact it or something?
I don't know. I think they're going to do it little by little. I have a feeling that some kind of government agencies or something were involved in this whole thing, and they don't want to just put it out there because there'll be revolt and everything else. So I think what they're going to do, and I'm just using it as an example, they're going to let it out little by little, as opposed to what they were originally going to do. They were going to shoot it all out, but I don't think that everybody's ready for the news. I don't even know what the hell that means.
Well, they're also supposed to reveal, you know, the information that they gathered about UFOs or whatever it is they're calling them now. And they don't know that people are ready for that. But we're ready for that. We want to know.
I don't want to know.
And MLK?
I want to know.
Those
wanna
reveal
know?
a lot of things.
I know
I
that?
believe aliens, in my opinion, are fallen angels, and they're that's what they are. They're demonic.
What if they're here to eat you?
To
What
eat
if
you?
they're like cuckoo? They're here to eat you, and we've been shooting them down just to get rid
Yeah,
of them.
no.
How do you know that? You don't know if they're good, better, or indifferent.
Different solar system, and it's not really
I just go what's in the Bible, and you know there are things that we don't know and we will never know, and so that's what I look at. Do I know that for a fact? No, but that's what I feel that UFOs are.
I
It's just
think
my
that-
opinion.
I think that we all are going to get a revelation of the truth, and we're going to see.
Well, there's
how it
only
affects.
the truth. I hate when people say my truth. No,
No,
there's
there
the
is
truth.
truth.
That's it.
The truth. But the problem is that mankind always deciphers the truth for their own accord, and that's what changes here. So.
Yeah.
always personal bias.
There is always a
that-
personal bias on truth. There's
there's-
always a side.
it
spin.
sells.
True.
It's like hot dogs.
Hot
There's-
dogs
There are
too.
many different types.
Although G-Man does make the best hot dogs, I have to tell you.
Does he really?
Did you tell G-Man that he's going to be cooking?
No, I haven't told it. We still got to
gosh.
talk about that
Thursday.
situation. He's got me going into a situation that I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm gonna
Don't
have to
do
ask-
that because you had me going into a situation today, and I didn't say boo.
I know.
I didn't say boo. I listened to Helen, and I did it the way Helen told me to do. I massaged it and boo. And did it touchdown? Come on, I want to hear you say it. Touchdown?
Yes. Yes.
That's all I got to say.
Yes.
It's like the book
There's
taking
just
us
no
to another-
mosquitoes, and it was lunchtime.
No. Don't come with the excuses. Those are all excuses. Helen, tell them that when you massage things, it ain't perfect, it ain't comfortable, but it got to get done.
Yeah, I know the world isn't perfect, and it's up to us to come together. We've got 5 planets that are negative and 4 planets that are positive, and we have to always have something that we have to work on. You know, it's the Saturn thing. We have to learn, and we have to work through trial and error till we can come together. But I think with Pluto in Aquarius now, we're more likely to come together. We're more open to harmony and cooperation than we were when Saturn and Neptune, for the most part, were in other signs.
Oh, I think it's a good time right now to grow and you massage. You know, you got to be more of a business person, sort of
I
maneuver.
am so laughing inside right now because none of this crew was here this morning before we left to witness
What were
the
you
gift
witnessing?
of you.
Why?
The gift of you before we went to a meeting.
Because I was
Jay, were you
ranting
here
and
that
raving.
early?
No, she wasn't here. And the people that were here weren't.
They're
are
not here anymore because he was ranting and raving.
I wasn't ranting and raving.
You did it quietly, not
I
really.
was voicing voicing
that?
my opinion.
We were sitting in the back, and I'm like, did anyone hear that in that room? And I'm like, they did, because it was very quiet. It was like you could hear a pin drop. And they came to find me when you walked out of the room. Are we doing a morning show? I'm like, yes, we're doing a morning show. And now look, you're
I even went to the
180.
bathroom to rant and rave in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
And I locked the door.
Venting is to me is very healthy. You've got to let that
Oh,
go.
not this morning. You
No.
didn't want
No,
none
it
of
wasn't
this.
healthy.
You didn't want none of this. This was truth healthy. But I was told to massage the situation.
So
massaging it?
you know you're functioning under the full moon. It's Leo and Aquarius, and it's a negative aspect to Uranus, so it's kind of hard not to blow up, or it's hard to control how you feel. But you know it's good. You can voice it. But yeah, it's the full moon madness.
And it's funny because you say that, and on the way home yesterday, I look up and I said, oh my God, it's a full moon. I almost got sidetracked. I almost got taken out by 4 trucks. I said, all right, enough of this. I parked. No, I parked. I says, I ain't moving until all the traffic goes. People are just crazy today.
People are
Everybody's
crazy,
nuts.
but you know we've got a lot of visitors. We've got a lot of students who are visiting their grandparents, and the roads are a disaster.
Over what? Valentine's Day? Over.
They've
President's
always been a
weekend coming up.
disaster,
This
though.
is President's Day weekend, by the way. It's Jalen's birthday also on Monday.
That's the problem.
It's
That-
Jalen's birthday on Monday.
That's that's why everybody's nuts. Because it's J-Lo's birthday.
Why is it her fault?
+1, you are to blame for everything.
What about President's Day?
That's her
President's
fault
Day
too.
is Monday also.
Oh, is
She was
it?
born. She was born the day that they decided to make that day President's Day. How you like that?
Isn't it always like the third Monday? It's no,
She's
that
born every
varies.
third
He's
Monday of the
massaging
month.
that thought right
I'm
now.
massaging it.
Helen, he's massaging it.
Helen, I'm even using my feet in this.
It's a
massage.
different day each year. Here she
Everybody.
comes. Here, Jake.
What are you talking about?
When you were born, President's Day was erected. So everything going on right now, full moon.
She's looking at you like you're nuts.
is
My
the
birthday's
J-Lo.
not always on President's Day.
I know it isn't. You only age once every 3 years.
No,
You're like
President's-
leap year.
President's Day rotates every year.
What
Don't say the president rotate. That's not a nice thing to say.
The day. I know.
President rotated.
All right, Helen, how do people find you?
I'm on Cosmic Astrology Society on Facebook. I'm also the Cosmic Astrologer on TikTok. Follow me, and don't forget to watch the show every week.
I see you all over TikTok now. I'm scrolling, and there you are, and there you are.
Do you ever get TikTok blasts? Like things that
Yes.
go on, like people, for some reason they send me women in bathing suits, but I get rid of those.
Oh yeah, okay.
I get rid of
Yeah,
those.
you don't want
But-
to see those.
But they've been sending me your show. They've been sending me your segment. This is unbelievable. Our show, the morning show. I get all these blasts, and I turn it on. So on Saturday, I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning watching video. I'm gonna tell you, you're pretty funny.
I'm funny.
Pretty funny. You're hilarious.
You know what? The thing about TikTok is I know it's a live thing, so I'm not really clear how to do TikTok, you know, because my phone's terrible, but maybe someday I'll do something live for Face Stories.
Do you have TikTok?
I do.
Okay, so you take your segment and you plant it in there, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing more you have to do.
Yeah, I've got other things I'm working on now before I go to
I'm
TikTok.
just saying, TikTok takes you all of 10 TikTok seconds. That's why they call it TikTok.
I know, it's
because
great.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's not short, very short. That's the problem. Nobody wants to watch anything anymore, you know?
It's true.
Well,
Everything's quick.
I just do the TikTok segments. I'm
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
in my car, nothing fancy, just me
Yes, you
talking.
do.
And the last thing I did was almost 1,950 views.
Wow.
You do. You sit in your car. I chuckle at that. Because I never done a TikTok in the car. Never done. Only when we go on road trips, I do it.
Yeah.
And I have fun with it. And hey, listen, I never took any of that seriously anyway.
I know.
I don't care if it's 19,000, a million. We met a guy today that has over 1 million,
3.
Wow.
over 3 million YouTube followers.
That's awesome.
He doesn't even know it.
He doesn't even know
He
it.
doesn't know it.
Like, what does
He
that
says,
mean?
Can you
"And what does
monetize
mean?"
that once you
That's what they
reach a
asked
certain
He's
number?
an influencer. He don't even know it. I said,
Well, he
"What?"
doesn't care. That's good. That's
He doesn't
awesome.
care. He doesn't. Yeah, he has other callings. So
Interesting. All right, who's your guest this week, Dawn?
I have Dr. David Lippman. He is someone that goes to my church, and he's going to share his story of coming to know Christ. He's a Jewish man, and I don't know the details, so it's going to be really interesting. I kind of like not knowing, and you kind of like last week when I had Alicia and her mom Rebecca on, I was so blown away by their story, and I like that element of what? It's like, what?
Which is
Crazy.
great. And I was blown away by Kelly's eggs.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
beautiful.
Are they? Do you still have them, or did you eat
Took
them?
home.
Yeah, okay.
But they're beautiful. I know, how can eggs be beautiful?
I'm sure, because they don't have all the other crap that.
They're big. They're
Yeah.
colorful. There's actually even a green egg. Chuck mocked me at first when I told him I was getting eggs till he saw them.
Wow.
He's like, wow,
I
look
took
at these
it
eggs.
and I cut it with a razor blade. I took the yolk out and ate them. Then I glued it back together again.
That really?
And
How
then
cool
I'm
is
going to paint
that?
it now, and I'm going to bring it in
for Easter eggs? Didn't you?
Are we going to do a road trip to her?
Yeah, we're
Yes.
going to talk to her in a few minutes
Okay.
and then figure out the
Are
road
you
trip.
coming?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely want to come because I want to buy some eggs from her.
Did you get ham?
She has green eggs, by the way. Literally,
No ham.
the outside of the egg is green.
I had
She
bacon.
only has goats, and 9 of them are
And we're
pregnant.
going to take you so you can milk a goat.
We're going to do a road trip.
That'll be fun.
All right, check out Helen on
I won't
Cosmic-
wear these shoes though.
Find Helen at Cosmic Astrology Society
put a
on
bag
social
over
media. You say it.
What?
Where are you going to find Helen?
Cosmic astrologist. And TikTok,
Cosmic Astrology Society.
Instagram, everywhere. You can find her here. If you want to meet Helen, you should come down here and check it out and see for yourself what massage means. You got to remember something. A massage does not mean the same thing to everybody.
How are your feet?
Why? How's
You're going to
yours?
massage them?
You want to massage my feet?
No.
Why?
You going to put that cream
This
in
is, you could eat off my feet.
Oh Lord have mercy, no.
Well, the feet are very important because all the nerve endings are at the feet. So if you massage, it's called foot reflexology. If you massage certain parts of the foot, it stimulates certain organs and functions in your body. It's
That's
a really
Chinese
good
medicine.
thing.
She's 100% right. And you know what you have to use to massage the feet? Tell them. Tell them. What did I tell you? Frankenberry. Tell them.
Frankincense?
Frankincense.
Frankincense and myrrh. I have some from Jerusalem.
Do you have some that you use, or are you keeping that as a sake, a namesake?
I've anointed myself with oil at times.
It is very important. How can I get some of that? I need some of that.
Amazon.
Yeah, but I need the real. I need the real deal, not an Amazon. I need the real deal.
We'll make a
Get me
hotline
some.
to Israel. We'll get you some.
I think someone brought it back from Israel.
It's very important. Isn't that what Jesus used to clean, to massage his feet?
Massage his feet? No, probably clean his feet.
They cleaned it and then they massaged them.
I don't know. Anyway, you can find Helen at Cosmic Astrology Society on Facebook and TikTok. You can find Dawn DeMarco Book at Faith Stories on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. She airs on Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. Helen joins us on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. And today we've got Ariel Levitt joining us, The Connector, at 4 o'clock. So a lot of things happening
The
here.
connector.
We're going to be heading up to Kalida's Court. Kalida's
Cork.
something by the sea. Kalida's Pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
Kalida's Pharmacy, and talking about moms and their special needs children, goats, chickens, a whole different perspective. No wife swap on this one. Just saying, we're just going to go to the
Did
farm.
you hear the morning show?
Remember the show Wife Swap?
Yes.
So imagine swapping me to a farm.
No, she doesn't understand the concept of the show. She
You
thinks
don't
it's her
swap that way.
to a farm. But that's not the concept of the show. So you got 2 guys and 2 women, and they swap to
They're
see.
not swapping everything.
Well, they're swapping.
just
You're running
swapping-
her house, and
Yes.
she's running yours. That is called a swap.
But they're
Has
not
nothing
like
to do
husband
with
swapping.
Has nothing to do with the farm. And she keeps saying it and keeps saying. And I'm looking at her and says, Dawn, you got to stop saying that.
You can
There's no
massage
swapping
it.
here.
You can massage it until March. And then after March, we put it in action.
Word of the day. Massage it. Make it
I
happen.
remember when my school used to do word of the day.
All right. I think we have this day in history. Jay?
Or not.
Drag it back over. We also have some Valentine's Day. How do you say I love you to yourself? You don't always have to have someone, a significant other, to love yourself. Like you can buy yourself some flowers. You can get yourself a pedicure. Self-love is sometimes even more important. Because Helen even told us that right now we don't need to declare relationships. We just have to enjoy those
You
that we
gotta
want
have your
to
own.
enjoy and have some fun.
You have to have a relationship with yourself. Do you say that every morning to yourself?
What's that?
I love you?
I don't.
Boy, that bit didn't land.
No, I mean, I do love myself. I don't.
But you don't say it. You don't say it out loud.
Let's play the Stay in History while we ponder the thought of loving yourself.
Nelson Mandela, leader of the movement to end South African apartheid, is released from prison after 27 years on February 11, 1990. 1858. Saint Bernadette claims to see the Virgin Mary. 1805. Sacagawea gives birth to her first child. 1916. Women's rights activist Emma Goldman is arrested.
You know that.
Sacagawea.
Wow, you're educated. That's an educated. Wow, I didn't know that. This Day in History brought to you by.
Now you're questioning who
Michael.
Sacagawea is.
I didn't know. I'm not saying I'm questioning. I'm saying I did not know.
No.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Did you know it, Einstein?
I thought Sacagawea was from Peter Pan because Peter Pan was released. Wasn't she the Native American that
Is-
helped Peter Pan?
Is that information correct?
Sacagawea?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, she helped Lewis and
I'm
Clark.
impressed.
I'll go to a trivia with that one.
I mean, how did you know that?
I'll be in a trivia with
How
that
did
one.
you know that?
I'm a history buff.
Why are you going to put G-Man with Michael?
You and Micah should do a history show.
That'd be cool.
I think
history
that-
was one of my favorite
Wow.
subjects in school. History and math.
They said, we've known this guy forever. We didn't know this. Wow.
Oh, that was Tiger Lily from Peter Pan. Sorry.
What are you talking about?
I said Sacagawea was Tiger Lily from Peter Pan because Peter Pan came out today in 1953, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
Right?
Animated one?
Yeah.
So that was Disney's Peter Pan. That was Tiger Lily, not Sacagawea.
Anybody know the reason why Peter Pan was created?
It was actually based on the experiences of the Davies boys and James M. Barrie and their relationship with them.
Okay.
Wow.
The movie Finding Neverland talks about that.
His memory
It's funny
is
because
amazing.
they don't talk about a lot of things that Walt Disney did. A lot of things because he was trying to send a message. That's a whole different show, but
Well, that's where Tinkerbell was created.
yeah, well, there's
A lot of
Even
interesting
more tragic
things.
story is the guy who played Peter Pan in that
yeah.
and what happened to him after he reached adulthood.
What happened to him?
Well, it's, Bobby Driscoll was the guy who played him. So he was also the live action reference guy. He was actually Jim Hawkins in the original live action Treasure Island by Disney. He was also in most of the Disney films during the 19...
But that was a good thing
Right, but after he became an adult, he struggled to find work.
because he was Peter Pan.
Well, they all associated him with the Disney stuff.
It's like when they made The Exorcist. You know how many people died making that movie?
No, that's The Omen.
No, The Exorcist.
Not
Both?
The Omen.
The Exorcist was first. The The Omen had its own set of series, but The
Yes.
Exorcist had a tremendous amount of problems when they made it. But they didn't want to let it out because they didn't want the movie people to say that it was haunted, it was this, it was that.
Well, actually, The Exorcist is actually...
Mike,
based
you
on
should
real
come get a
life.
mic. Mike, get a mic. Hold the mic.
The Exorcist what?
Well, believe it or not, the story of The Exorcist is based on a real life event, too.
Rumored.
No, it really happened.
No, it's a rumor.
Look it up.
I did
Bless
look
you.
it up.
That's it.
Except it was a 12 or 13-year-old boy instead of a girl.
Yes, there's a whole workup on it, but they're saying that there was a lot of exaggeration. Now, there is another movie, I can't remember that it was based also, was it The Omen? Omen
Did
2?
you use this
of
one? Oh, don't.
No, well, there's The Exorcist is based on a real life possession case. There's the Blair Witch, but there's also one called An American Haunting, which is based on a poltergeist case
Now,
in
is
Tennessee.
Blair Witch was a real deal, or that was a man-made?
Well, there's elements of a real story there that was.
But it was all man-made.
It was all man-made,
Remember
but
Blair Witch?
Gee, just use this one.
But I know the
it was
The
a
way-
found
the way
footage
they,
film.
The way they filmed it was the amazing thing about Blair.
Yeah, so it was on
Exactly.
it was on a shoestring budget, but it was all shot like the camcorder style,
Right. No, I remember that concept.
It
which
was a
is
whole
what the-
black and white, low budget, 3 people.
right. But today we call that found footage, which is in the mockumentary genre, right?
Found footage.
I don't know how he knows so much. His memory is unbelievable.
Because he knows G-Man.
Because he knows me.
The two of you can do like a history.
But there was an independent movie that came out a couple years back called An American Haunting, which had Kiefer Sutherland,
Yeah, I saw that.
Sissy Spacek, and it's based on a real life poltergeist case called the Bell Witch, which is another really creepy one. But then,
There's a lot of movies that have stories, and some
See,
of it is real, some of it is not real, some of it is exaggerated.
They embellish. They take a story and
Well, you have to be
Well,
able to sell tickets.
then there's the Mothman Prophecies, which has
Mothman is real, bro.
I watched that.
that was creepy for me, and I don't get creeped out by many movies.
Listen,
No, it's a
Listen,
cryptid
It-
in West Virginia.
The movie It, right, which is a psychological thing. That if you dig deep enough, it's a real deal psychologically.
Well, yeah, but see, with King, with it, he was influenced by guys like H.P. Lovecraft and Edgar Allan Poe. But the scarier stuff in King is the kind of evils that a small town community hide.
He has a new movie coming out. By
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
The Monkey.
My personal favorite is always going to be Carrie.
That was the originator.
Well, you know,
I
that
don't
was.
think on any of that.
You remember
stuff.
Carrie? You didn't see Carrie?
It's just none of that. I'm much more happier with Tinkerbell and the creation of Peter Pan.
Well, you're going
I'm
to see the
just
monkey?
saying. What monkey?
The movie.
No.
It's coming out.
No.
You
Do you know
gotta
that
watch
that was his first novel and his first film adaptation?
What about the theme? Who made the theme?
You mean John Carpenter?
that thing.
But there's something about mankind that they love the challenge of the dark side.
Well, they challenged the dark side.
Well,
So
that's
it's something
because we
about loving
ourselves are
the dark
both light
side.
and dark. And these monsters are projections of the evils that humanity puts
But
on
that is
ourselves.
what intrigues mankind, intrigues the human mind, is the darkness.
Not me.
And
Well,
not
if we have
everything has a happy ending on these movies that you watch. My movies all have happy endings, and if they don't, like West Side Story, I think we should change the ending. Like, why does
Why?
the remake have the same ending? They should change it
Well,
to a
that's the
happy
point,
one.
because
that's-
West Side
that's a
Story is
classic.
Romeo and Juliet.
That's right. You
I'm
can't
not big
change
on the
that.
unhappy endings. I'd much
But
prefer
that
a
was the
happy ending.
point, that that was the whole point of Romeo
No.
and Juliet, is the two families couldn't settle their differences.
Until
But
somebody died.
And in the end, the two children that fall in love and kill themselves, they unified in their shared tragedy, and that's why they realized, okay, our hatreds for each other brought this upon us.
So don't you think
It's time
people
to
should
change it.
learn that we should not have hatred, because at the end you're only going to come together, so why not come together before
Because
the
they
hate?
don't.
Because they're so blinded by their hatred
That's right.
that they can't see the damage it's doing until it's too late.
And you would think that classics, movies, books that have been written through mankind about the disaster of not getting along, you would think you would learn from them.
Well,
Go
it's
back
human
to the
nature.
Bible, go back to Noah's Ark, go back to all these things, but yet
Day one.
here we sit today in the same situation.
And yet we've learned
different
nothing.
Circumstances.
And
Except-
yet we've learned
We've
nothing.
learned nothing.
But all of a sudden today, there's more to lose than 10 years ago, than 20 years ago. You are affecting more lives today. You can hit a button and destroy millions of people's lives.
Right.
This is just crazy.
Right, the information that's available at the touch of a finger that can disseminate into the wrong hands is scary.
We have the ability to be more connected than ever, and yet we're further apart than we've ever
Than
been,
ever.
Yeah.
True.
That's good. You know,
That's
you're a
good, Michael.
philosopher.
among other things.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You're absolutely right.
Like, for example, our phones can connect us to some random person on the other side of the globe in a second, yet we cannot connect to the hearts of another person.
That's your segment for tomorrow to put together.
That's a good segment.
That's a good segment. That would be a good one.
We need more Jesus in the world. I'm serious.
We
live
need
in a
more hope
fallen
for
world.
sure.
We're all flawed.
Well, I can tell you because there's never, ever, ever the more. So I'm going to take we need less hate.
I agree.
I think less is easier for mankind to achieve than more. Can't spell more, can't seem to live more. So
Well,
let's
I
try
was
the
always
word
told
less.
it's human nature to fear what we do not understand.
We're still love one another, bottom line.
We should. We should. But you know what?
Give peace a chance. That's not the peace we did.
John Lennon, to give peace
Right?
a chance, yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, he was killed. How ironic is that?
All right, time to wrap this up. But yes, less hate, more love, more hope, more peace. If that's one prayer that I could wish on this world, I think that would be it. It's a biggie, but it's doable.
And it's like they say, I drank another bottle of wine, rubbed it, no genie came out. So I got to keep trying.
Wow. All right, on that note, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. You can find Helen at Cosmic Astrology Society. You can find Dawn DeMarco book on Faith Stories. You can find Ariel Levitt today right here at the studio, The Connector at Amp Media Studios, and more to come. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.